Yes. Rockers Rise Up. Alright, so this is just gonna be a quick little give you guys some updates on what's happening with me, with the channel. Maybe a few more things since we're saying each other than I've just put up my reaction to new Creative Filth song, Crawling King Chaos. Like I said, it's up now. You can watch that if you want. Basically, I do have a lot of things planned for the channel in the near future. I've got some covers coming up, both vocal and bass covers, so then to look forward to. I will be doing more reviews because I haven't done reviews in a while, and I will be bringing back the metal edge show. From now on, I'll be doing it every couple of weeks. Well, actually not, every other week. And I'm gonna actually, no, scratch that, I'll space it out. I'm gonna be doing a new episode every, I don't know, give it every other week, like every couple of weeks. Like I'll do one week, give it a couple of weeks, and then third week do another one. So it's spaced it out a bit, and I've got plenty of time to work on that, whilst doing other things, like I said, covers, reactions, reviews, a load of different things really. I mean, like I always say, if you guys have any suggestions on what you want us to react to, or review, or cover, let us know. But I do always say metal and rock only, because that is what this channel's based around wholly. So yeah, there's that. And how are you thinking you introduce me video as well? I actually got the intro from a very good friend of mine, by the name of Dinky Dav. Just should go subscribe to him. I think I've done a video about that. I know if he done a one for me, so if I haven't, I'll check through my channel again. But Dav, if you're watching, if I haven't done a one for you yet, but I'll be sure to do one for you as soon as I can. Yeah, a lot of shit's happening with the channel. I think the last time I done a cover was about 3-4 months ago now. I'm not sure when I uploaded my last one. I think the last cover I did was, it was either Real Good Looking Boy by The Who, or by Crash Test Dummies. I'm not too sure, but I know it's been a while since my last cover. A great fucking while. And while on Yes, I have you here. I do want to address in person the situation with Joey Jordison. Joey Jordison. Um, Joey Jordison to me was one of my biggest inspirations to pick up an instrument in the first place. Um, I admit the first Slipknot song I ever heard was after he left the band. It was the negative one from Five the Great Chapter. But at that time I hadn't even thought about picking up an instrument. I didn't think I had that musical, that kind of musical ability in us to pick up an instrument. But then it was around that time, like a year had gone by after hearing Slipknot for the first time, and I was listening to, I think it was the first album. I think it was like the self-titled debut or Iowa or Volume 3, the subliminal verses or something. And I was listening to Joy's drawing, and I'm thinking, who the fuck is this absolute fucking beast just killing it on drums? And when I looked and it said Joey Jordison, I went back and I watched like live, like Slipknot live. But like them drum cam things, like, and well, it's just like while the whole thing is just like on the drummer. And I'm watching him and I'm thinking, this dude is a fucking beast. I still don't know who the fuck he is. Like I knew he's known by that point of it, obviously, but fucking me. And before you get confused, that wasn't actually the first time I heard of Slipknot. That was the first time I ever listened to Slipknot. The first time I ever heard of Slipknot, because I did grow up listening to stuff like Blink 182, Sum 41, Evanescence, stuff like that. So I did used to watch Kerrang on TV quite a bit as a kid, and I remember seeing Slipknot come on or something like that, and I remember saying there was that, and then I remember being at a zoo with my family, my nieces and nephews, stuff like that, and I remember seeing like a goth lass with a Slipknot t-shirt on, and it was obviously one of the early ones, because at this point you're talking about, well, I was about 11, so at this point 11, going on 12, and I saw this last one, like a Slipknot t-shirt, which was clearly like a goth girl, you know what I mean, like a goth lass, you know what I mean, and she was wearing like a Slipknot t-shirt, and so a few years go by, and that's when I first listened to Slipknot, because what was sat in music class at school, and my music teacher done this thing where she wanted to compare like two different genres of music. Sorry for that notification sound there, guys, just me Facebook which wanted to she wanted to compare two different types of music. Like she chose like rap and like first like rap song, like, you know, like Grandmaster Flash and Sugar Hill Gang and stuff like that, and she wanted to compare it to heavy metal. And the song she chose was the negative one by Slipknot. And so we got the rap one out the way first, but then she put on the negative one, and I'm sat and I'm listening to it, and from the get-go I was mesmerised. I was like, what the fuck is this magic flowing through my fucking ears right now? So I went back, I listened to the negative one, downloaded it to my phone, and then after that I was thinking, I've got to hear more of these guys. I've got to, through one song I'd get invested, so I was like, right, I've got to hear more. So I listened to Left Behind, and there was a few songs I listened to after that. I think it was Left Behind, Duality, and I think it might have been Wait and Bleed. I think those were the three songs I listened to after the negative one, and that's when I first saw Joey. Heard Joey play, and then I watched his live. Then I watched the lives with Slipknot. Since then, I've just been like a really big Slipknot fan. Like, Slipknot is one of my favourite bands. And Joy's honestly is part of the reason why I'm a bass player today. I was inspired to pick up the bass by Joy, and obviously so many other great artists as well. The likes of James Hetfield, you know, Bruce Dickinson, like Iron Maiden, Metallica, Slipknot, of course. And lots of other great artists and bands. But really, Joy was one of the ones that truly inspired us to pick up an instrument, which is for me bass. And I'll never look back, so I do thank Jordy for that. It's such a shame the world has lost such an incredible talent. No one drums like Joey Jordison. No one ever will play like Joey Jordison. There's only one Joey fucking Jordison. Believe that. So yeah, I just wanted to address that whilst I had you there. But yeah, a great talent, great guy. Fucking sucks that he's gone. But shit like that happens. It's gonna happen all over one day. I mean, it does suck. It's depressing as fuck for everyone involved. But shit, fucking shit like that happens. It's gonna happen to all of us at some point or another. But yeah, it's more or less it. So yeah, that was just a few updates what was happening with the channel. Wanted to address the thing with Joey Jordison. I know it's been about a week or so now, and I do apologise for that. That was hard other stuff we do. A lot of other stuff to do, I should say, family wise. My family's someone in my family has actually had coronavirus, so and given we've been in direct contact with them, I'm currently in isolation. Out in isolation. Um, so yeah, that sucks. Hopefully you guys are out there staying safe. Annoying. Excuse me, guys. I know in England right now, for anyone from England who watches my stuff, I know right now in England it's the situation is quite on the fence. I mean, as of right now, we're not heading. As of right now, I'm not sure about the rest of the UK. But for right now, England's definitely not heading back into another lockdown as of right now. But the whole, I know this isn't the place I usually talk about this kind of stuff, but I just want to get this off my chest. Saying we're gonna let the people get on with it. The amount of fucking spazzes in England, and you're saying that, you know, there's a reason the cases are so high at the minute, right? And where I'm from, the northeast, it's rife. We're one of the worst places for it, apparently. And this is what. But this is due to people not listening, thinking the big and all. I've actually got a channel where I talk about this stuff called Ranting About Shit. I'll be doing a video another video elaborating on another vid I did about this same subject on there. So if you want to watch that, I'll leave a link in the description when I do get around to filming. Not that it's got a lot of stuff to do. Like I said, so I'm gonna isolate right now, but I've enjoyed that because it's given us time to work on what covers I want to do. Just giving us a lot of time, plenty of time to really get practicing, and it's like pick up my bass or on my mic and just really practice. And I do practice. If you're wondering how I practice for like covering and stuff like that, what I do is I just essentially practice a fuck ton of songs, and I go through them, and I think, and I go, right, not doing yeah, fuck off, and not doing yeah, fuck off. What it is with me, it's like it's like being a pimp, having a shitload of prostitutes in front of you, and thinking, and going, right, not doing yeah, fuck off, not doing yeah, fuck off, not doing yeah, fuck off. You get the picture. But I just narrow it down to a few songs. I narrow it down mainly a couple for bass, and then a couple for like vocal covers, and then I do them in no particular order either. I just do which one I think it'd be best to get done first, and then whichever ones I left behind I'll do after I've done them ones I've done first. And it's kind of that elimination process of I get a fuck ton of songs learned, practiced, down. Then I go through the elimination process of which songs I actually want to do, and I end up narrowing it down to about 5, even 6 songs. And just takes a bit of time to get through them, covers, but when I do them, they're all done and all get put up. That's more or less how I work. My covers. So I'll give you that interesting piece of information. That like I said, the whole thing with Joey Jordison's fucked up right now. With Saudi, he's gone. Like I said, shit like that's gonna happen to all of us at some point. A lot of stuff coming for the channel. So expect to see plenty of stuff in the near future. And yeah, that's more or less it. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That's very much appreciated. Until next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Look after each other. And I'll see you all in the next one. Keep on rocking, guys.